Hello family, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Angela, and here on this channel, I create beauty, fashion, and lifestyle content, in particular for the woman over 40. First of all, this shirt is not old, but I bought it at a TJ Maxx or a Marshall's, and I'll see if I can find it again. It looks a lot better in person than it looks on camera. It has all these Swarovski, see if I can get it to, there it is, crystals all over it. It is really beautiful, and it's short in the front and longer in the back. It's really, really cute. I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. It was one of those designers on one of those fashion runway shows. Anyway, that's the fashion I have on, and I have on some fleece some fleece jogging pants because it's chilly outside. It's getting warmer though. I just wanted to have a little chit chat today. There were two things that were heavy on my mind, and I haven't done a chit chat video in quite some time. The last time I did a sit down and talk video, it was with Shadia when she asked me all of the questions. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link to it after this video is done. And so the first thing I wanted to talk about is Wendy Williams and kind of what's going on with her. And not so much her diagnosis, which is horrible. From a person who works in healthcare as a nurse, before I was a nurse, I was a nursing assistant. So I was a nursing assistant for a year before I started nursing school. And that full year I worked at a nursing home. And then for the remaining 4 years of nursing school, I worked at a nursing home. So for 5 total years, I worked at a nursing home. So I was very familiar with dementia and Alzheimer's patients. And as a person who's experienced that firsthand, it would be a devastating diagnosis for myself. And so when I saw her interview with Blac Chyna, it really broke my heart. I felt really, really bad for her because she has frontal lobe dementia, which means her ability to make decisions and filter the things that come out of her mouth are now inhibited. And she was such a vibrant person. Now, did I agree with all the things that she did? Absolutely not. Or not did, the things that she said. Absolutely not. But was she entertaining? She definitely was entertaining. She was a very vibrant person, a person who loved life. And so to see her decline like this is very heartbreaking for me. And I didn't watch the documentary about it. I don't know if I ever will. Because I think if I watch it, I'm afraid if I watch it, it's going to make me really, really sad. And even though I don't know her personally, just to watch someone like that decline to even just where she is when she was on a couch and she was talking to Blac Chyna, where she was having difficulty finding her words, it was very challenging for me to watch. And so my thought process is not necessarily about her diagnosis, but about the fact that she was divorced, so which means she was single, and she did not have a healthcare or durable power of attorney in case she got ill or she was incapacitated mentally or physically. And that is a big issue with her right now because she has a court-appointed guardian. And now a court-appointed guardian that is being paid, and because that court-appointed guardian is being paid, they have no impetus for turning her care over to her family or to someone who really loves her. And now, again, I worked in healthcare, and I can tell you firsthand, not just healthcare, nursing home, and the hospital, I can tell you firsthand, patients who have family members that even just visit sometime do a lot better than patients who do not. And as of right now, we know that she is in a facility somewhere and her family does not have access to her. And I know how much she loved her sister, loved her niece, who is her goddaughter, loves and adores her son, and none of them have access to her. They don't see her at all. That is troubling for me. I think it probably is very troubling for her as well. I'm certain that she will want to see her family, the people who love and adore her, who care about her well-being. They have no contact with her because the court has appointed a guardian. I don't know why they didn't appoint her sister or her niece who are adults. I understand why they would not appoint her son. He's very young, even though he is of legal age. He's just much too young to be appointed attorney and guardian over her finances and over her healthcare decisions. I don't feel like he's old enough for that. But she does have a sister. She does have an elderly father, and she does have an adult niece. So it really disturbs me that someone who does not care about her, do they, you know, you have to question, do they have her best interest at heart, or are they concerned about the paycheck that they're getting to be her guardian, to watch over her affairs? So she didn't have a healthcare power of attorney. And I've seen, oh my God, working in the hospital, I've seen patients, one patient that sticks out in my mind. I remember there was a man, he had a wife, and he had a young daughter, and it was not her mother, and they did not get along. They did not like each other at all. And his daughter was his healthcare power of attorney, and his daughter and his wife decided, like, the daughter, I'm gonna come see him Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and you go see him Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. They made certain that they didn't have the same visiting times because they did not like each other at all. And the daughter made all of his healthcare decisions, and the wife would come and she would just talk about the daughter. And it was just, I was like, oh, that was just a bad situation for him to be in. And I remember him just being really sad at times, and I think it was because the two people that he loved the most were fighting, but he did have sense enough to make certain that his daughter, who he felt would make the better decision when it came to his health care, had his health care power of attorney. And so it's unfortunate that Wendy did not have all of that established before she got ill, because had she had that established, she wouldn't have this court-appointed guardian, which is crazy to me. I don't understand how she has a guardian that's not related to her, who doesn't love her. And unfortunately, they don't want the family involved. So the family has no, I think the family has an idea where she is, but they don't have, I think my understanding is, when I've watched the stuff in the vlogs and stuff, that they're calling facilities, and the facilities are saying we don't, in which there's HIPAA laws. They're calling the facilities, and the facilities saying we don't have anyone here by that name. So they're not allowed to tell anyone if she's actually there. I'm surprised it has not gotten out though, because most of the time that sort of information will get out. Now, my assumption is that it is not getting out because she's probably in a very well-respected, very private facility. And because she is in that sort of facility, it's gonna go through her money. It is going to eat up, it's gonna eat up her money. And what's gonna happen eventually, if their family doesn't get durable power of attorney and healthcare power of attorney, that facility is gonna eat through her money pretty fast, because it's very expensive to stay in facilities like that. It's very expensive. And she will eventually, once the money runs out, she will no longer be allowed to stay there. She'll have to leave and go into a regular nursing home that most people will go to, and they're not great places. And then I'm sure the family will have access to her, but then that whole situation is troubling for me. And so I wanted to talk about that. I want to hear you all's opinion on it. Have you heard about it, and tell me what you think. And I just think that's horrible. Now, if she were married, it'd be different, because her husband automatically be her health care and durable power of attorney. If she was still married to Calvin, that would be a bad situation as well. But I feel like she should have taken care of that. And it's something to think about if you're a single person, if you have someone that you know would have your best interests at heart. Maybe making certain that you have a healthcare power of attorney and a durable power of attorney. They can be two different people, or they can be the same person. And it's very important. The durable power of attorney handles the finances, the bills, the stocks, the investments, and property. The healthcare power of attorney makes all of the healthcare decisions. And so if I were single again, I would probably have those papers drawn up just because I've seen this and to see how it would end. Now, if I were single, my daughter would automatically be that, but because there are no written papers, there's no papers that she can say, legally I am this, then the court could rightfully appoint someone else as my guardian instead of her. So if I were single, that's exactly what I would do, because that is a scary situation to be in. I think I'm done talking about that. It just bothers me so much. That really, really bothers me that she didn't have people around her that love her. Like, her best friend is not there. She always talks about her best friend. I know she loves her father. I'm sure her father is elderly. I know he wants to see her, and I'm sure her sister or her niece would take him to see her. I think and her son. You mean to tell me the two men in her life that love her more than anything else have no access to her, and she didn't have access to them. I'm heartbroken for her family. I don't even know if she realizes it, which is unfortunate, but it's just, I just wanted to talk about that. It's just to get it out. So I want your all opinion. You tell me what you think about this situation. I think it's horrible. I really think it's bad. Now I want to talk about something I saw. I don't know if I saw it on Instagram or TikTok, to be honest. I think it was Instagram, and it was a lady, and her question was, why are some ladies going? She said, I truly want to know. I'm paraphrasing. I truly want to know. I really want to know. I'm not trying to be funny or mean or anything, but I really want to know, why do women go on girls' trips? She's like, when I go on a trip, I want to go with my husband. I want somebody to take care of me. I want somebody to book the flight and carry my bags and do all this. So why do women go on girls' trips? Because I know that your friends, the girls, are not going to do that for you. I'm going to take care of myself. So why do women go on girls' trips? And then, honey, I went through the comments and they were brutal. They were reading her for filth in the comments. I promise you they were. And I took it for what she really wanted to know. And that led me to think, okay, apparently she probably has no sisters. Not only does she not have sisters, she didn't have any close female cousins, nor does she have close female friends. Because if she had close female friends, or close female cousins, or close sisters, she would not have asked that question. And I feel badly for her. I feel bad that she doesn't have women in her life that bring something to your life that men will never be able to bring. And I love my husband dearly. Y'all see my husband. He is great to me, and I understand what she's talking about. Let me just say, I have left home with my husband no less than 5 times and forgot my wallet. I took my wallet out, my purse, and go to order something and sit it on my desk and forget about it. At least 5 times I've left my wallet and I've left my cell phone. That's how at ease I am when I'm with my husband. Oh, honey, you ready to go? Yeah. We walk out the back door. I walk past the car door. My husband walks behind me. I walk past the car door. He opens the door. I get in. If I have a purse, I sit my purse down, put my seatbelt on. He closes the door. Honey, I think the most thing I have to worry about is do we have some water? Because we'll be out. We'll think we're going to run to the grocery store or run here, and we'll be out 3 or 4 hours roaming, just roaming, finding some restaurants and just going in places we've never been before. And so the most thing I'm worried about when I get in the car with my husband is, do I have some water for us to drink? And I make sure I do that because he drinks a lot of water and we're thirsty. But as far as having to take care of myself, I don't know where we're going. We can get to a restaurant or we'll get somewhere. I don't know how we got there. I don't know where we've been. I'm just out the window like this. I'm just looking. I don't look at the gas tank. I don't know how much gas is in the car. When I tell you at ease, and that's the way it is, that's the way it is when we're traveling as well. I'm gonna be rolling my carry-on luggage. If there are big suitcases, he's gonna have the 2 big ones. I may have the 2 carry-ons. And if there's a backpack, he'll have the backpack on. And then when we check our luggage, he'll have the he'll be rolling the carry-on in the backpack, and I'll be sitting there with my purse, my crossbody on, just going, look, honey, I don't know what time our plane departs. I don't know what gate we're at. I'm just the level of ease when I am with my husband that I am afforded. It is a gift. So I truly understand when she says, I want to travel with my husband. And he is my favorite travel partner by far. Because I don't have to think about anything. I don't have to think about anything. He didn't make sure the passport is in everything. He takes care of me. So I understand that. But there is something about traveling with my girlfriends, and I've done it several times, more than several times. And also when you travel with your girlfriends, people that you know, you build connections, you build a deeper friendship. You get to you don't really know people until you stayed with them. And so you get to see those little idiosyncrasies, what they like and what they don't like when you actually stay at a hotel with a person, or you know who's slow and who's fast and who likes to be outdoors and who likes to do this and who doesn't like to do that, and that sort of thing. So you learn a lot about people when you're traveling with them. And then there's just a sense of camaraderie, the sense of sisterhood that you get when you go on trips with your friends, or when you spend intimate time with other women. So it's almost foreign to me at this point in my life. Now I can say in my early adulthood, I didn't know what that looked like. I wanted it, I saw it, but I didn't experience for myself. And the lady that asked this question, she looked like she's probably in her mid-30s, which is, you know, I met most of my my group, my core group, my village, I met them in my early 30s, very, very early 30s. But I feel sorry for her. I really feel sorry for her that she didn't have any females in her life that she's connected with where she wouldn't have to ask that question. What is the point of a girl trip? It is fun. Well, you can let your hair down. You're with a group of women who understand what it's like to be a young lady, who understands, oh, I forgot my shower cap and I got my hair done and I don't have a shower cap. What am I gonna do? Oh, I got this grocery store bag because we stopped at the store to get some snacks. Put this grocery store bag on my head tied up, or the spare, the extra trash bag, the clean trash bag, the extra one, put that on my head tied up, because I did that with my husband. I had braids in my hair. I don't know which birthday it was, but one time we went to Singapore and I had braids, and I didn't have a shower bag. But I had a bag, a little, you know, grocery store bag we had walked to the store. So I put the grocery store bag on the night, and I get in the shower, and I realized I don't have a washcloth. So I hold my head out the shower. Honey, can you get me a washcloth? Girl, he came around that corner. He was like, what? And he looked at me and bust out laughing. The girls wouldn't have done that. Your girlfriends would not have done that. They knew exactly, they would have known exactly why I have this bag on my head. Girl, why didn't you ask for a shower cap? I have an extra shower cap. They would have known. It would have been it wasn't a big deal, but they would have laughed, but they would have known exactly what the reason was. And so there's just a sense of being in a sense of self that you can be with your village, with the people that love you, with your girlfriends, that you don't have that sort of being, that's a different relationship than you have with the relationship that you have with your spouse or your mate. And so I feel sad for her. I feel sad that she didn't even know the answer to that question. And I think she was being very genuine when she was asking the question. I think it wasn't just about being taken care of when she goes out of town with her husband, but she just didn't have females in her life where that wouldn't even be a question. I hope that she grows, and I hope that women come into her life that will fulfill spaces that aren't able to be filled by a man. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. There's just something about my friends that being with them and being around them, and conversations that we can have, and understandings that we have, and experiences that we have that my husband would never understand. And I don't know if he cares to understand, or I don't know if he cares to experience menstrual cramps. Hopefully she didn't work from home, because if you work from home, it's very difficult in your 30s to get that friend group. But if she's working outside the home, that's where I met all of my close friends at work. I met all of them, whether it was in North Carolina or even at work in Saudi Arabia. That's where I met my close friends, everybody at work. So hopefully she'll get those women in her life who will help her to understand the value of having a friend girl group, the value of having that sisterhood, because those are the people that are there for you when rough times come. And not to say that my husband has not been husbanding, okay? It has not been there for me. He definitely has. But before I had a husband, because I've only been married, has it been 6 or 7 years? 17. This year be 7 years, okay? My girlfriends are the people that have been my rock, the shoulder that I have leaned on during the worst times in my life, and during the best times of my life. I can look at Angel and say, girl, you remember when? Remember that time I was in I ain't gonna say her name, latest deceased now. Remember that time I was calling you, I was in the car in her driveway and we were crying. You were crying, I was crying. You were crying, I was crying. I can say, Carmen, remember such and such, remember this time, and remember when this happened, and when you were crying and I was crying. And then I can say, Alicia, remember when you said, Lot, don't do it? You remember when you said, Lot, don't do it, and I did it. And you told me, yes, you told me not to do it, but I did it, and you said, don't do it, but I got your back. I got your back, girl, but don't do it. I've been there, done that, don't do it. And I did it, and you had to have my back. Yes, you did, and you told me not to do it, and you didn't beat me down when I did it. You just, girl, I told you not to do it. Remember, Alicia, remember when you said, Lot? I ain't gonna even say, Lot, he ain't gonna marry you. Oh, that's what you need these women in your life for, ma'am. If you watch this, that's what you need them for. That's what you need them for. I can look at Ronnie and say, I ain't gonna tell you what, because Ronnie is more recent than everybody. Me and Ronnie have had some great conversations that I've not had with my husband. Just girl talk, life experiences. How I was asking her about relationships. Relationships from a woman's perspective. And she brought stuff to my life that no other woman in my life has brought, because she's had relationships that are similar to the relationship that I am in now. She's the only one of my girlfriends that had the exact same relationship. I had questions and she was able to answer those questions. That is what those girlfriends are for. Those girl trips are to solidify those relationships, to nourish them, to make them stronger. That is what the girl trips are for, ma'am. If you don't know, that is what they are for. And I think about Angie. All I can think about Angie is her laugh, and how every time she starts laughing, she makes everybody else laugh. The joy. And then she brought Aunt Marcia, who is one of the most fascinating people I have ever met in my entire life. And so, girl, your girlfriends that your true girlfriends that you've met, and I'm going down the line, all of them bring so much to your life and really enrich the woman that you will be and the woman that you are. They're invaluable. And those trips with those women, whether it's all of them together, I've not had a trip with all my friends. I would love to do that. I would love to have a full-on, I think for my 60th birthday, I'm 53. So listen, y'all have 5.5 years for my 60th birthday. Part of my 60th birthday, because I didn't get to have a 50th birthday celebration like I wanted in Paris. I'm gonna have a 60th birthday celebration, and I want to do a girl trip with all of my village. I want Angel, I want Carmen, I want Alicia, I want Sheila, I want Angie, I want Ronnie, I want Paula. I want all of us to be on one trip together. I'm just putting it out there, 5.5 years. Y'all have time to get your coins together so we take this trip. But that is indeed what the girl trip is for. And I want that for whoever the young lady is. I want that for her. I really, really want that for her. And I always look at women who don't have a core group, even if it's 1 or 2 girlfriends, whether it could be a sister or a cousin, but a very, very close female friend. Every one that I can think of that does not have a close female friend, how do I put this? I'm not gonna say they're not nice people, but they can be challenging to be with, to be around at times. Yeah, I'll put it that way. That's the nicest way I can think of. Unless you're living somewhere isolated like Iceland or Antarctica, where there aren't that many people, it's not normal for females not to have 1 or 2 female friends. I don't find that to be normal. Please tell me if I'm wrong. Please tell me if I am wrong. But that is my soapbox for today. That's what I wanted to talk about, because I haven't I just wanted to get it off my chest, and I just thought this would be a great way to do it, just a little chit chat. But I really want your commentary about the 2 subjects, about the 2 things that I just talked about. Wendy and this young lady that said they wanted to know what are the girl trips for. I don't understand, what is it for? That is it. I'm gonna go right now, and I'm gonna go. My husband and I think it's we're gonna go to a restaurant we've never been to. I'll do a little vlog about it, I think. I'll try, if they're not playing music on the inside. And I think it's gonna be Ethiopian food. I haven't had it before. Anyway, we're gonna try something new today. It is Saturday and it's a beautiful day here outside Dallas. It is, ooh, it's 76 degrees. Let me get outside. All right, I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a beautiful Sunday. Bye-bye.